Okay, there we go. So this is 6 weeks. We've been in an informal, formal practice period. Being a true human being, what is it? What is it to enact your deepest heart's desire through each activity, throughout our everyday life? And we've been using Thich Nhat Hanh's teachings as our guide. I was reflecting as we were sitting, what an amazing teacher Thich Nhat Hanh is, and how radical his teachings are. They're so simple and they're so radical because he's so profoundly grounded in what he calls the ultimate dimension. And he's also just completely just in, out, and gatas, and just take care of this present moment because it is the ultimate dimension. But I don't think I fully realized how much Thich Nhat Hanh brings forward the ultimate dimension in his teachings. I thought his teachings had gotten so simple, which they are, and they're so accessible, that somehow... Should I talk louder? No, okay. That somehow I didn't realize. When he says wondrous moment, he really means wondrous moment. And it's so much bigger and vaster than anything we could imagine. But you can't get it unless you're right here. It's so simple and it's so radical. So I thought we're going to I want to start. We're going to play the Great Bell Chant again. We began and we ended with it. We did it on Monday. We're going to do it again, but we're not going to do it quite yet. Because I wanted to read you something from Zen and the Art of Saving the Planet, which is compiled by Thich Nhat Hanh and his students. Well, it was compiled after Thich Nhat Hanh had a stroke in 2014. This is so radical. It's called In the Belly of the Earth. The earth is inside us and we are already in the earth. We don't need to wait until we die to return to the earth. We need to learn how to take refuge in Mother Earth. It is the best way to heal and to nourish ourselves. We can do it if we know how to allow the earth to be within us and around us, just being aware that we are the earth. And we don't have to do much. In fact, we don't have to do anything at all. That's the radical part. So much of Zen and other, it just looks like you should do stuff really hard because then maybe you'll get someplace. That's not the depth of the teachings, but you don't have to do much. In fact, you don't have to do anything at all. It's like when we're in our mother's womb. We do not have to breathe. We do not have to eat because our mother breathed for us and ate for us. We did not have to worry about anything. You can do the same now when you sit. Allow Mother Earth to sit for you. Let these words go into your body. And really let them in. When you breathe, allow the earth to breathe for you. And when you walk, allow the earth to walk for you. Don't make any effort. Allow her to do it. She knows how to do it. Don't try to do anything. Don't try to fight in. Don't try to fight in order to sit. Don't try to breathe in and out. Don't even try to be peaceful. Allow the earth to do everything for you. Allow the air to enter your lungs and to flow out of your lungs. We don't need to make any effort to breathe in or out. Just allow nature, allow the earth to breathe in and out for us. Can you feel it? And we just sit there, enjoying the breathing in and the breathing out. There is the breathing, but there is no you who is breathing in or breathing out. We don't need a you or an I in order to breathe in and out. The breathing in and out happens all by itself. If we know the practice of non-practice, we don't have to strive or fight. We simply allow our body, the earth body, to heal. We allow our mind to heal. Don't try anything. Just allow yourself to relax, to release all the tension in your body and all the worries and all the fear in your mind. Allow yourself to be held down by the earth, whether you're sitting, walking, lying down, or standing. Allow the earth and the sun to embrace you for healing to take place. Just enjoy sitting here together, doing nothing, nowhere to go. Make it pleasant. Make it healing and nourishing. Don't try. What an ultimate koan. Don't make any effort. Simply allow yourself to take refuge in Mother Earth. She knows how to do it, and she will do it for you. So now that we've set this whole thing up, and hopefully you drop down a little more, just being here. With a little luck, Debbie's going to play the great bell chant, and those on screen will have the visuals, will have the auditory. Just give yourself to it. 7 minutes. Can't hear it.
May the sound of this bell penetrate deep into the cosmos. Even in the darkest spots, living beings are able to hear it clearly, so that all suffering in them cease, understanding come to their heart, and they transcend the path of sorrow and death.
Okay, let's stop. You turn off your computer? Yeah, great. Can you still hear it? No, I didn't mean literally. To everyone. We're going to ring a bell. And I'm going to read for us the words of the chant. May the sound of this bell penetrate deep into the cosmos, even in the darkest spots. Living beings are able to hear it clearly, so that all suffering in them cease, and understanding comes to their hearts, and they transcend the path of sorrow and death. The universal Dharma door is already open. The sound of the rising tide is clearly heard. The miracle happens. A beautiful child appears in the heart of a lotus flower, and one single drop of this compassionate water is enough to bring back the refreshing spring to our mountains and rivers. Listening to the bell, I feel the afflictions in me begin to dissolve. My mind calm, my body relaxed. A smile is born on my lips following the sound of the bell. My breath brings me back to the safe island of mindfulness in the garden of my heart. The flowers of peace bloom beautifully. Being a true human being. What is it to be a true human being? I'll share this again. Sometimes Zen masters have to make up new words, especially when old words become sick and lose their meanings. One of the terms coined in the 9th century by the 9th century Zen master Lingji is the phrase true person. I've changed that again to true human being. He said, I say, you know, we need to live and practice mindfulness, presence, awake in such a way that we reveal our true person, true human being, which cannot be found in time and space. It has no coordinates. You can't find it. It's like an electron in physics. It cannot be grasped. Sitting here in this moment, we realize the planet is here with her mountains, rivers, and skies, and we interbe with all of these elements. The clouds are here in the sky, but they're also here in us. The light of the sun is shining out there, but it's also shining in us. A true person, here's as close as often they say this is like, oh, he's being so kind that it's a mistake to be this kind, because Thich Nhat Hanh's going to say what a true person, a true human being is. It's a person of wonders. It's a person who lives in wonder. It's like, what is it? And just gratitude for all of it. And I'll remind us, you can do this by yourself. Not, because there is no by yourself. And it's so important to have a community and good spiritual friends to help us remember. It's so primary to Thich Nhat Hanh's teachings, is community and Sangha. And he shares this Ananda once asked the Buddha, is it true that having good spiritual friends is about half of the spiritual path? Remember what the Buddha said? The Buddha said, no, Ananda. Having good spiritual friends isn't half the path. It's the whole of the path. Nothing is more important than the brotherhood and sisterhood of community and Sangha. Nothing, says Thich Nhat Hanh, is more important than love, friendship, and solidarity. Love is fuel. With the mind of love, we have a heart on fire and the vitality and strength to do whatever we want and need to do. The mind of love is the energy of a bodhisattva who vows to become an instrument of peace, compassion, and well-being in the world. The mind of love can nourish and heal. The mind of love can help us protect the environment and the planet and to send love wherever there's conflict and pain and suffering. The mind of love goes together with awakening and enlightenment, and understanding is the very foundation of love. It's another word for love, because once we understand, being a true person of wonder every moment, you're already beginning to love. Because there's nothing, it's like once you know that, there's nothing else you can do or be. There is a very deep connection between the heart and this understanding. He says in Plum Village, there is a very simple definition of love. We say that to love means to be here. To be here, first of all, for yourself. And for all the wonders of life and the earth all around you. And once you're truly present, you can offer that presence to those you love. If you are not here, how can you love? And if you can be truly present, that is already Zen, because that's what meditation is. He says meditation is to be truly present, to look deeply, to recognize people and the wonders around us. Just take a minute right now. See the people around you. If you're on the screen, the people on the screen. If you're in the room, when we acknowledge the presence of other people, they are happy. Hi. And we are also happy. If we look deeply, it is possible to overcome all suffering and resentment, and to see the true nature of the earth and of ourselves. I was listening to the Supreme Court, the hearings for the Supreme Court yesterday, and I felt angry. Anger arose. So I would like to keep dedicating whatever arises to the fuel of love. We human beings so deeply need to keep committing to love. Thich Nhat Hanh gives 6 principles for this. And as I read them, I thought, oh, we're doing pretty good. So I'll share them with us and remind us that in the midst of the suffering and everything that's happening, we're here. And we're doing it. The 6 principles of togetherness. 1, physical presence. Show up. Show up in your body and your heart and your breath for yourself and each other. 2, share material resources. I was thinking people came in today and helped set up, and they'll help take down. And wherever you are, you're sharing your life. You're sharing taking care of your home and the people around you. Take care of things. Don't think they're things. Sharing ethical principles, precepts. Live by the precepts. Study them. Really study them. Share the insights and views of tolerance, inclusivity, and being open to diverse views. It's a practice. When you notice yourself shutting down and making somebody or something other and out there, take a breath and come back. Share from the heart with yourself First of all, because if you don't know what's going on in here, how are you going to be receptive to hear anybody else or to be in true and deep communication? And interesting that compassionate communication is the sixth, and that the root of passionate communication is always wise restraint. Isn't that interesting? Wise restraint. It's like not muffle, but keep taking the backward step and a breath. What's really needed in this moment? Anger arises, take a breath. Despair arises, take a breath. Love arises, take the next breath. This is forever and ever. And there's nothing to do, and there's something to do. Breathe in and out. Okay. Grandmotherly mind. It says here, yes, Cory Booker was pretty amazing. Take your seat at the table of healing and transformation. My grandma said, and I don't think this is Thich Nhat Hanh, this is the person who put this together, but could just as well be. I like this because I love grandmotherly mind. My grandma said, don't let some fool take your seat. Don't let some fool take your seat. Take your seat. Be present and care for yourself. Love yourself. As you love yourself and care for yourself, that love will move you outward. It will spill out all around you with a fragrance of holiness. Grandmas are pretty smart. Take your seat. Don't let some fool take your seat. And I would translate that as, I know when I'm letting the fool in me take my seat. It's just like, okay, take a breath. Just come back. Just own it, claim it for the sake of all beings, and affirm what you really want. So one last poem to finish this out, and then we'll see where you are. This is by Thich Nhat Hanh. This morning, the birds joyfully welcome the rising sun. Do you know, my child, that the white clouds are still floating in the vault of the sky? Where are you now? In the country of the present moment, the ancient mountain is still there, although the white-crested wave is still reaching for distant shores. Look again. You will see me in you and in every leaf and flower bud. If you call my name, you will see me right away. Where are you going? The old frangipani tree offers its fragrant flowers this morning. Here the apple blossoms open fully and reveal themselves. You and I and the whole world have never really been apart. Spring has come and is arriving every moment. The wild plum trees have burst into flower. The universal Dharma door is already open. It's our job, our joyful bodhisattva job, to be it moment after moment. So I'm going to put people on screen in groups, and here, why don't we go into groups of threes? And here's the questions out of Thich Nhat Hanh's poem. We can explore together. Where are you now? Where do you think you are right now? That could have lots of different answers. Where are you going? Where do you think you're going? Are you there yet? And the last one is, who are you really? What is it to be a true human being? Okay, so you can explore that, and you can explore anything else that came up during this practice period or in Thich Nhat Hanh's words, or where are you? Where are you going? And who are you? Really, who are you? Okay? So you guys can get together. You're going to have about 15 minutes. So each person take 3 minutes and then time to talk together, okay? You got bumped off? Well, you want to be off because you want to, yeah, you want to go to a group here. Yeah, you guys want to be in groups of 3.